Challenging journey so far, but it's all good. Okay. So generally, we begin any camp in Chinmaya mission with a Purna Kumbha. Now, what exactly is Purna Kumbha? So the word Purna means completion, and its significance is that it is generally done that any endeavor that we undertake, it must be successfully completed. It is a main part of all Hindu rituals. It is generally used in any auspicious ceremonies like a Graha Pravesh, wedding, etc. During pujas, mantras are chanted, which charges the water with divine powers, and the water is used as prasadam too. Also, many learned men and saints have identified the absolute truth. So we acknowledge their greatness and pay them our respect by offering Purna Kumbha at the entrance. The pot symbolizes the primordial water, which is the entire creation from which it emerged. It is the divine essence which gives life to all. It is a soul filled with love and compassion. Creation is represented by the leaves, and the coconut represents the head of the god. Following Purna Kumbha, we're going to do lighting of the lamp. It acts as a dispeller of darkness, dispelling the darkness of ignorance and lighting the knowledge. Where in the diya, you must have seen there's a wick, there's oil, and there's a flame, okay? So the wick represents ego, the oil is our desires. So when the wick is lit, the flame, it burns away the desires and the ego, and that's when the knowledge rises. All right, so let's welcome Swamiji and let's begin this auspicious camp with a Purna Kumbha. We have Parashar, Parasaran, and Rashi, Chaitra. So we have Parasharan, Rashi, and Chaitra doing the Purna Kumbha. Can you just hold the plate up? That's it. And just come closer. You can come in front near Gurudev's altar. That's it. Yes. Come on this side. Come on this side. Come on this side. All three of you all. That's it. Okay. Om na karmana na prajayadane na tyage naike amrutatvamana
Parenanakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajate yadyatayo vishanti vedanta vijnana sunishchitartha sannyasa yogadyataya shuddha sattva te brahma loke tu para antakale paramritat parimuchyanti sarve daharam vipapam parameshma bhutam yat pundarika puramadya sangastam tatrapi daharam gaganam vishokastasmin yadantastadupasitavyam yo vedado swara prokto vedante cha pratishtitah tasya prakriti linasya ya parasa maheshwarah.
You can now light the lamp.
So these are representative from different places. That's why they are here. He is from Kolkata, she is from Amritsar, she is from Goa, and we have people from Bangalore. Aryan, can you come? Yeah, Aryan is from Bangalore. Is Shreya Shavya, one of them. Come. She is from Chennai, and Yash from Mumbai. So 6 people from 6 different parts of the country, and we write this time together. We are doing it on behalf of all of you. Okay, the idea is let this lamp of knowledge shine in all our hearts. Come.
शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So, requesting Shailaja and Sandhuja to proceed with the invocation now.
सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. उत्तरं यत्समुद्रस्य हिमाद्रेश्चैव दक्षिणं वर्षं तद्भारतं नाम भारती यत्र सन्ततिः. नवयोजनसाहस्रो विस्तारोऽस्य महामुने कर्मभूमिरियं स्वर्गम् अपवर्गं च गच्छताम्. हिमालयं समारभ्य यावदीन्दुसरोवरं तं देवनिमितं देशं हिन्दुस्तानं प्रचक्षते.
So, namaskar, swagatam, and welcome to everybody. 75 years, how long is that? For those of who are here yet to touch 15, it's 15 times your life. That seems like a lot, and Bhaarat, which freed itself from the political clutches of British, has certainly come a long way since 1947. At the same time, for a land whose culture runs through thousands of years, 75 years seems like a small blip. So why is the moment so significant that it deserves a Mahotsav? What will be the next episode in the long story of Bharat? Who will write the script? How does any of this make any difference to your lives? You will not have all the answers. By the end of the camp, you definitely will have one. A chick camp is not just about interesting debates and intriguing discussions, but also a lot about creating lasting memories and generating waves of inspiration. Here you will realize that every moment has been carefully planned and efficiently executed to make sure that you get a chance to go beyond your limits. It is up to you to maximize the opportunities. You can either be a stressful warrior or a peaceful warrior. It's your choice that you make. Finally, what is a chick camp without loads of fun? But fun here is of a different quality altogether. You must have experienced it by now. The fun of breaking barriers, the fun of team spirit, the fun of exploring new places, the fun of... Okay, let's leave it to that. I'm not going to spoil it further from here. So all in all, congratulations on choosing this experience for yourself. Take the time to plunge in and immerse yourself into becoming a part of Amrit Bharat. So from here, Chinmaya mission, as we all know, was very well thought and created by Swami Chinmayananda, who we very lovingly call as Pujya Gurudev. Swami Chinmayananda was born on 8th of May 1916 in Ernakulam, Kerala. His transformation from Balkrishna Menon, an ordinary man, to Swami Chinmayananda, a spiritual giant, is indeed extraordinary. He graduated in literature and law from Lucknow University in India. Later, he became a journalist and was a sub-editor in the National Herald newspaper. Despite being born in a religious family, he was a rebel that he always had been. He constantly had questions based on reasoning and logic behind those practices and doubted the very existence of God. He was a freedom fighter and was very actively a part of the Simon Go Back movement as well. While he was jailed, he came across some books of Swami Shivananda from Rishikesh Divine Life Society. And that's when he decided to meet him and study under him. After some years, Swami Shivananda then sent Swami Chinmayananda to Swami Tapovan Maharaj, who is at Uttarkashi. And from there, in the year 1953, was when Chinmaya Mission was formed by a small group of dedicated devotees in Chennai. Chinmaya Mission is a Hindu spiritual religious organization engaged in spreading the expound knowledge of our scriptures, particularly Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita. Chinmaya Mission also has 300 plus centers. It has around 100 plus schools, 7 colleges, 1 residential school, loads of hospitals, 800 plus villages that has been taken care of. It also has temples, ashrams, orphanage, and old age homes, sorry. From there came a very powerful group of youngsters who we call as CHIK. By now you also know the definition of what CHIK is here, okay? So CHYK stands for Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, which is the youth wing of Chinmaya Mission. When here, we strongly believe in harnessing youth potential through dynamic spirituality. CHIK is not merely an organization that looks to thrust spirituality on youth, but is a platform to grow, unfold, unwind, unlearn, and explore, which is everything what you will experience in this journey of 5 days. From here, our country that we are a part of, are we proud of our country, yes or no? Yes. Do we all feel that we are very much Indians, and what is the reason behind it? Just because we have an Aadhaar card? Yes? Just because we are born in this land, we are Indians? Just because we own Aadhaar card, we are Indians? Just because we have a PAN card, we have Indians? Yes. Why do you think that we are Indians? Go ahead.
We are Indians because since the childhood only, we are listening to a lot of stories about Indian patriotism, and we also show our respect and our patriotism towards India, and that's why we are called as true Indians.
Very well said. But there's one small drawback here. We all feel super patriotic only on 26th July and 15th of August, isn't it? So 26th Jan and 15th of August. And obviously yesterday we felt it on Atari border. But what about the other days? Do we know about all the facts about our countries? Do we all know about all the lost heroes, the unsung heroes that we haven't learned in our history? Are we all aware about it? Then are we capable enough to call ourselves Indians? So today we're gonna help you, get you more and more closer towards your country, so that once you go out of this place, out of this Amrit Bhaarat camp, you really should feel proud being born in this beautiful land which is rich in culture, history, heritage, architecture, science, mathematics, you name it, and our country has done it. So in just few moments, we're going to show you a video and you will see for yourself what the country is about.
So this is a small glimpse, okay? It's not a comprehensive list. 75 years of freedom is what we are celebrating. So 75 facts is what we compile. Many from independence, some pre-independence, ancient times, and some later.
So these were just 75 out of uncountable achievements that India has. In fact, Bharat has. But the the sad part here is that all of us youngsters slowly are not trying to connect back to this, and slowly the richness, the culture of the country is going down and down and down. We all have an expiry date, yes, but the country does not. So let us do something so that even after our expiry date comes, the country keeps living. Can we all do this promise for our country that has given us without asking for anything? Can we make that one promise that if we are around 80 of us here, if we 80 of us think that we will contribute to one more point here, we are on 80 more points. Isn't that brilliant for the country? Is it impossible? Well, I think so from your voices. Yes, if we try, we can at least achieve something. So here's a very nice slogan that we all say in Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. And with this, let's start this camp on a high josh. So when I say, I transform, you all will say, India transforms. Okay? When I say, we transform, you all will say, India transforms. Got it? So, ready? I transform. India transform. We transform. India transform. Bharat Mata ki Jai. Can this Josh be high throughout the entire camp for 5 days, no matter the heat, no matter the fan is not working, no matter anything? We've just seen that the Indian Army is the third highest. Do you think they complain and that's where they've reached? And we're just complaining because of 36 degrees. That's it. They've been in minus 56 to 50 degrees. So let's not complain and let's just achieve something for the country which has given us a lot. From here, I'm going to talk about a very special person which we all have known since yesterday, Swami Swatmananji, who's our camp acharya. Swami Swatmananji is the resident acharya of Chinmaya Mission, Mumbai. He conducts spiritual discourses, camps, management workshops, treks, etc. for all age groups. He also holds discussions on Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads and various other texts. He has addressed many seminars on Indian approach to management and also uses meditation sessions, movie workshops, outdoor experiential learnings through adventure treks, rafting, etc. He has been an inspiration to Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, CHIK, the youth wing of Chinmaya Mission, fond of cricket, computers, and cultural programs. Swamiji also loves adventure sports and writes and directs theatre plays and various other initiatives of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. And at the current moment, he is inspiring all of us to make spiritually productive reels on Instagram, which you all really should follow. So welcoming Swami Swatmananji to give his address and proceed with the camp. Thank you so much, Swamiji.
So how is the Josh? How is the Josh? How is the Josh? This Josh has to be maintained throughout. Yesterday you saw those army soldiers, how they were walking. How much did their leg go up? Almost up to this height, their leg goes up. And with what Josh they were walking, huh? And what show off they had with those soldiers of Pakistan army. Amazing, no? It was. Like she said, you know, they feel inspired. The same country we live in. Can we, you know, I saw in one place one very nice slogan which was kept up on, I think, August 15th. And they said, that slogan said, that what does an army soldier expect from us? We expect army soldier to defend our borders, protect us from terrorists, you know, win against enemies. We expect all. What does an army soldier expect from us? Any guess? Anyone? Yeah?
We should have full coordination and support towards them.
Our support, coordination towards them, okay? Our respect towards them. Anyone here? To be patriotic towards the country. Good citizen. Yeah? To make sure they don't have to fight. that we can make sure internally that we don't fight so that they don't have to come and settle our issues, but external enemies, though, we can't help. So many answers you gave, no doubt are right. But that slogan, what I read, said very nicely that the army soldier said, I expect only one thing. He said, be worthy of the country that I am protecting, be the worthy people that I give my life for. Think about it. If the army soldier is giving up his life, he should feel worthy that he is protecting people who are of a certain quality, of a certain level, standard. Like some of you said, love the country, work towards the country, support the country, all that. That's all they expect. So 75 years, what is the name of our camp? Amrit Bhaarat. Very good. So the name of the camp is Amrit Bhaarat. Now tell me, what is the meaning of Bharat? Bharat, it is not Bharatha. Bharat, in that you are saying Rath is chariot. No, there's Bharata, not Bharatha. So then America also can be called Bharat, na? America also is a country. Shantanu's father Bharat. Okay? Maybe that's the person behind whom the country is named. Possibly you are telling me that. I am asking the meaning of Bharat. Our country is called Bharat, na? Okay, India, why is it called that, you know? Why is this country called India? That though they have taught you. Bharat, I know they have not taught you because they never taught me also. We learned it ourselves separately. India because near the Indus, okay? Sorry? Mixture of language and religion, that's why it's called India. Bharat. No, that's not why it is called Bharat. Atmi, you were saying something? Indus, okay? How does Bharat mean fire? Bharat was known as fire. Okay, you're quite close to that. Yeah. Sorry? See, we can give a meaning to Bharat as per what we think, etc. That's possible. There's nothing wrong about that. But there is an etymological meaning of Bharat also. And that is important to know. And then, of course, we can adapt, we can add new meanings to it. So, Indus, many of you are clear. That's because the country was, the civilization of the country founded along the banks of Indus is what people taught us. And hence, British also thought that. And then the country is also named India and all that happens. But Bharat, now before I go into the word Bharat, do you think that there was ever a country called Bharat? Or it was always only kingdoms? There was nothing called Bharat. How many say there was nothing called Bharat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why would you say there is nothing called Bharat? Any reasons? 5 of you are here. Anybody want to share? Yeah.
Because it was mostly made of like nation states.
Okay, so it's made of nation states. That's one reasoning he gives. Yes, Manav.
So each of them were independent. So there wasn't anything called as Bharat as such.
Right.
If you go back to the program, where even the conference made the one, this was super government for family. Everything broke from that. So Bharat wasn't actually formed in that sense.
No, but that way, so no, neither America is formed, nor Australia, nor Africa. No? No, No, at that point in Big Bang, if you say, then that's a different matter. But after that, though, it was named at some point or not. That's the question. That time, though, we are not discussing undifferentiated mass of land. That's all right. Any other reasoning? You had raised your hand, yes? Kingdoms, right. Yeah?
I don't know if this is correct, but I've heard that Hindustan was referred to like as the whole Indian subcontinent because everyone like from the Middle East and everyone thought that here there are only Hindus, so they called the whole region Hindustan, but there was no such thing as India.
Okay. All right. So it appears to be like that because that's how a lot of narratives are being set, and that has a lot of vested interest behind it. First and foremost, does India have states today? How many? How many union territories? Does that mean there is nothing called India today? Today we have states, that time we had kingdoms, one aspect. Yes, kingdoms were fighting with each other. Are the states not fighting with each other today, some of them? People fight or not? On basis of language, especially because our country was made, the states were made unfortunately on the basis of language. Now people fight on basis of language. That time they were fighting for land. In every country, some infighting keeps happening. One cannot deny that. It will always be there. Something or the other will be there. Bharat as a country has been existent for thousands of years. In Indonesia, if you go, the Southeast Asian lands especially, what is the reference they give for the east direction? Do you know? What do they call east direction means what? Like we have Purva, the word for east. What is the word for east for the Southeast Asian island? It is Bharat. For them, east is Bharat. How many people, they sought Bharat and came? They didn't search for Hindustan. They sought Bharat and they came to our country. Even invaders. Some, of course, came searching as Hindustan, but many came searching as Bharat. Columbus wanted to discover what? He also wanted to discover India, but he landed up somewhere else. Prosperity of India was known quite a lot. And there's this historian, world economist actually. He studies the economies of the world, Angus Madison. Have you heard of him, anyone? Dr. Angus Madison. He did the research on the development of economies of the world in the first and the second millennium. And till the 18th century, the competition for the world GDP, the major share of the world GDP we are talking, was between which countries? India and China only. And they will keep having this competition between themselves. India, if it goes 35, China will go 33. China sometimes goes 36, India will come 34. Till 18th century. It's 200 years that we are in this state today. Industrial revolution as well as so much of draining of the wealth from our country and various other factors made us what we are. But still, there was a beautiful understanding of what Bharat is. As a materially powerful country, as a spiritually glorious land, culturally very, very rooted. And that's why people used to come to this country. So Bharat definitely existed. There are various forces. I don't know, some of you are aware, not aware. If you are not aware, become aware. If you are aware, become more aware deeply. Breaking India forces, they are at work. They want to destroy this entire concept of Bharat, make the people here feel more and more inferior about their country, create all these kinds of doubts, and drop the very feeling of patriotism that they have towards the country. Then it becomes very easy to rule. It becomes very easy then to divide and disintegrate this entire country. So we should not become victims of false narratives. We should read, we should understand properly. So yes, coming back to that question, what is the meaning of Bharat? So we will see one video of Puja Gurudev where he explains this, the etymological meaning. In your book, there are some blank pages. If you like to make notes, please make. Some of these things, if it would be nice if you go back and share with your friends. Many of these are on our country. Some of these, if you go back and share, it will help to dispel the myths in their minds also.
In the West, a country is called by the name of the king. Similarly, here also they thought that Bharat, this country is called Bharat. Why? Because there was a king called Bharat, and Bharat king, and therefore Bharat. Now again the question comes, why did Bharat's father give him the name Bharat? No, that is his surname. This is not a country of wolves and tins and stones. Mr. Stone, Mr. Tin, Mr. Wolf, Mr. Tiger. This is a land of meaning. So why did he give it the name? Bha means light. Prabhatam. Bhaswara. Bhaskara. Bhaskarne wala. Bhaskar. Prabhatam. Bhanu. Prabha. Bha means light. Reti meaning reveling in. So Bharata means one who revels in life. People who live convincingly, who live honestly to their own conviction, ready to sacrifice everything in order to live the right knowledge. Those who live in light and not in utter ignorance, they are called the Bharatiyas. Therefore, spiritual Bharat has no front. There are Bharatiyas in America, in England, India, in Australia, in North Pole and South Pole. By the accident of birth, you cannot become a Bharatiya. That is why in our constitution said Bharat, bracket, otherwise called India. Indian you can become anywhere. But a Bharat you cannot become. A Bharat is one who revels in wisdom. Fearlessly live his own conviction, refusing to compromise. And in Bharat today, there are no Bharatiyas. Reveling in. So now you are all Bharatiya in the sense, not a political Bharatiya. Political Bharat is a shrinking thing called a country. But the spiritual Bharat has no frontiers, it is round the world. Wherever there be anyone, in whatever caste or creed or color they may be, he who is living the spiritual value, he is a Bharat. Not because of a passport, not because of your income tax, not because you are living here and you got a ration card or the meaningless vote. Hey, Bharat, therefore, at that time Krishna must have addressed Arjuna, but over the shoulders of Arjuna, he is talking to the entire mankind. Whoever he be, he wants a spiritual value. Hey, Bharat!
So what did he say? What is the meaning of Bharat? Bha means light. Ratha means not chariot. Ratha is to revel. Ratha is chariot. So Bharat means the land where people revel in knowledge, in brilliance. What Gurudev said, those who refuse to compromise, they live higher values. They live as per their convictions. They don't bother about whether majority is there with them, not them. If they are convinced of certain higher values, they will live uncompromisingly. Such people, such people are called Bharatiya. And in the Gita, Bhagavan uses this word Bharat to address Arjun. Because Bharat is also is used to refer to anybody born in the dynasty of the king Bharat. Like one of you said here, the ancestor, the father of Shantanu is Bharat. But we'll come to that. Is this the boundary of our country today? Yes or no? Yes? Was this the boundary of our country always? So what was the boundary of our country before? Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Tibet, Myanmar, Burma, Sri Lanka.
Now the countries that were friends of India are now enemies.
Today we have lots of enemies. We are surrounded on all sides by enemies. All this land was belonging to us or not before? All these countries? That's why, Yeah, before invasions, and many we have gifted also. Take. So, that's why Gurudev said in his talk, if you heard, he said, politically we are what? A shrinking country. Because we are continuously losing our boundaries. And there are many other countries who are having that expansionist agenda. Especially our neighbors. Can you name one country? Already we have lost so much part of Arunachal Pradesh and other places, Ladakh. Continuous infiltration, continuously occupying our place. And is it all right that we give away these parts of our country? Why have conflict? Do you think we should give away? There are lots of people who think like that. क्या इतना झिक झिक कर रहे हैं कश्मीर के बारे में, दे दो ना पाकिस्तान को. Should we give? Should we give or not? Aksai Chin also, दे दो ना. उनको शांति हमको शांति. ठीक है ना? उंगली देंगे तो हाथ मांगेंगे. अगर उंगली देंगे और हाथ नहीं मांगेंगे तो चलेगा? उंगली दे सकते हैं. You have to fight for your right.
I think we can also adopt expansionist.
Good question. If we go back, is it expansionist agenda or is it reclaiming what is ours? Reclaiming what is ours is not called expansionism, please. What is ours? If somebody came and encroached on your house, people do that, right? When the neighbors, they come and then they take little bit, 2 feet, they'll drag their balcony, they'll drag their garden, something. What do? Do you say this is expansionist agenda I'm having, I'm going to occupy your territory? Do you file a court in the case saying that expansionism? Can that other person file a court in the case saying this person is having expansionist agenda? You think about it. I am saying this because these have very serious implications, and all of you are the future of this country. You have to live either in this country, or if you don't stand together, you will not live in this country. You live in further and further and further shrinking land, land which is shrinking. And with these breaking India forces, you will not even have something called Bharat after that. Are we not seeing Tamil Nadu wanting its own independence? Few years ago, at least now that so much work is happening in Northeast, but some time back, I don't know if you have traveled to Northeast, to go to Arunachal Pradesh, you need an inner line permit. Do you know that? To travel in your own country, you need a permit. And many places there in Northeast, they used to celebrate August 15th as a black day. They will not hoist the flag, they will hoist a black flag. They protest, we are not a part of India. Like that, so many states wanting to be free, doesn't want to be a part of Bharat, they want to, and many ideologically, more than politically, so many states already ideologically we are losing. So we have to become aware. See, the purpose of this camp is not only to have fun, to come together, learn, but also understand what is happening in our country. Because a lot of people have their different interests and their agendas, and they keep on hammering the narrative in our minds. And when we don't know what are facts, we get very easily carried away. Like the word Bharat, now I'll come to that. The meaning of the word Bharat, we saw. You need to write down these 3 verses. These are from the Vishnu Puran. And in your book, if you open, I have given you lots of references which are there. From on page 13, page 14, page 15. So many references are there just to tell you that in so many of our different scriptures, the word Bharat is mentioned. In Puranas it is there. And these 3 verses, have you heard these 3 verses anywhere? Uttaram yat samudrasya himadres chaiva dakshinam varsham tad bharatam nama bharati yatra santatihi. Have you heard anywhere? We chanted? Pakka? Or only 3 people heard, I think. अरे क्या chant किया तुम लोग ने? वही chant किया कि कुछ और chant किया था? This side nobody heard? Heard na? They chanted this only. Hello. These 3 we will chant every day. We should know from where the name comes Bharat and what does Bharat mean and what is the meaning of Hindustan. Many people think that Hindustan is named just like that. Some right-wing people have given. It is there much before right-wing was even born or created. See this. Parashara Uvacha, Uttaram yat samudrasya, which is to the north of the oceans. Himadres chaiva dakshinam, which is to the south of the Himalayas. Varsham tad bharatam nama, that Bharat. And the children who live there, Bharati yatra santatihi, all of us are called Bharatiyas. Navayojana Sahasro. 1 yojan is 8 miles. Navayojan means 9 into 8 miles. 9 into 8 is how much? 72. Sahasra means 1000. 72,000 miles is the spread. Vistarosya Mahamuni. O Mahamuni, this is the spread of Bharat. Karma Bhumiriyam Swargam. This is the Karma Bhumi. A land where people work hard. They are not lazy, lethargic, indulgent. They are hard workers. Karma Bhumiriyam. Not only they create heaven on earth here, but they also attain heaven through their actions. And finally, they also attain the final beatitude. Bharat is the land which has given to the world what it is to be in a state of freedom. What is mukti? What is moksha? What is absolute liberation, supreme happiness, absolute peace? Bharat is a land which has given. What humanity seeks through all its work and still is not able to find outside, Bharat went inside the great rishis, understood it, experienced it, found out methods, shared it with the whole world. That's Bharat. That's why even today there are people who come from abroad to our country to learn the spiritual knowledge, various paths, various practices, and experience that inner peace and harmony and happiness. That land is Bharat. Similar verse is the 3rd one. Himalayam Samarabhya, beginning from the Himalayas, Yavad Indu Sarovaram. What is Indu Sarovar? Pakka? Yesterday we went to one Sarovar. What is that called? Yesterday we went to Amrit Sarovar. This Hindu Sarovar, is it Indian Ocean or some other Sarovar inside India somewhere? Indus River? The world itself is called Amrit, Hindu Sarovar. You are saying the world, entire world? Oh, Indus River. Okay. No, Hindu Sarovar here is not just a Sarovar, it's actually Indian Ocean. What is the name, what is the Indian name of Arabian Sea, do you know? And what is the Indian name of Bay of Bengal? Dude, that's your homework now. Next class, when you come back 7 o'clock, you tell me the Indian name. Okay, one name you know, Indian Ocean you know, Hindu Sarovar, Hindu Mahasagar, like that we have different names. So from Himalayas to the Indian Ocean, Tam Deva Nirmitam Desham, this divine country, Hindusthanam Prachakshate, is called Hindustan. These are 3 verses that we should know. So the word Bharat is mentioned in different scriptures of ours. We should definitely be aware of this and let nobody drive the agenda that Bharat was never one single entity. It was always one single entity. There were kingdoms who were fighting with each other, there is no doubt. Chanakya also strived to unite all of the kingdoms, especially against the Alexander. So he tried to unite these kingdoms, but Bharat was still there. Bharat Varsh it is called. Varsham tad Bharatam Nama. That's where it comes. Bharati yatra samtatihi. Varsha there does not mean year. Varsha there means the land. Still writing? By the end of the camp, everyone has to chant these verses, 3 verses. Yes. Kalinga Sagar. No, I am not sure of that. One, two, three. This one, Himalayam Samarabhya Yavad Indus. Okay, while some of you are writing, the country, the meaning of the word Bharat, etymologically we understood. After whom the country is named Bharat? One of you said is the father of Shantanu. Any other answers? Any other king? Or any person, Bharat? That you have seen from the book. Yeah, you were saying something. Lord Manu. Yeah, he is a descendant of Lord Manu. You can see your book. See, many people think it is the son of Shakuntala and Dushyant, who happens to be the ancestor of Shantanu. And so behind him the country is named Bharat. Country is named not Bharat after that king. Abhignana Shakuntalam was written by which great poet? Who wrote Abhignana Shakuntalam? Kalidas ji wrote. Even in Kalidas he doesn't mention any of this, that the country is named after this Bharat. And they tell a story also that this Bharat was such a great king, and as a child he opened the mouth of the lion and he put his hand inside, and that Chakravarti Raja who ruled most part of the country. So Bharat is called Bharat because of him. That story is true, no doubt, but Bharat is not named behind him. Bharat is named behind this king who was the son of Rishabdev. So open the page in your book, page 12. So one of you said that, descendant of Manu. So there you have King Swayambhu Manu and Shatrupa, the youngest son of theirs. So Uttanpad and Priyavrat, they are two sons they had and other daughters they had. But in that Priyavrat is the youngest son, and he had a son. One of his 10 sons is Agnidhra. Agnidhra's one of the 9 sons is Nabhi, and Nabhi's only son is Rishabdev. And Bharat is the eldest of the 100 sons of Rishabdev. And who is this Rishabdev ji, you know? He was a great Hindu king. Finally, he hands over the kingdom to Bharat. He renounces the world and he becomes a great ascetic, and he is the first Tirthankar of the Jains also. Anybody who is following the Jain faith here? No one? Okay, yeah. So Jains have 24 Tirthankars. In that, Rishabdev ji is the first one and Mahavir ji is the last one of this cycle of creation. So that Rishabdev ji, his son is Bharat, and that Bharat ruled this country in a very glorious way. All this is there even in Mahabharata. And this descendant, this lineage is there specifically from Bhagavatam. So the sources also I have given to you so that you know from where these things are taken and that this is not just some hearsay. So the kingdom is named after this glorious king. And as you all said, this was our Akhanda Bharat. And slowly, slowly we lost. And this is where it is. First we lost. Now tell me which one we lost when? First we lost what? Yeah, Gandhar, which is Afghanistan, 1876. Next we lost what? No, Tibet is 14. Uske pehle. Nepal, 1904. Nepal we lost. Then? No, not Tibet. See this. Bhutan, 1906. Then? Arey, Nepal to pehle bola na. Second we lost Nepal. Third we lost Bhutan. Fourth we lost Tibet. Fifth we lost Burma, Myanmar. Sixth we lost Pakistan, Bangladesh. Actually Sri Lanka, 1939 we lost Sri Lanka, and then Pakistan, Bangladesh. And right now attack is happening where? In that POK and in this Aksai Chin. Look at this. This is what shrinking it is. Whose job it is to reclaim this land? Yours? Swamiji, my forefathers lost the land. Why should I fight for it? My children will fight. Will you say that? Our land it is. Be very clear. And don't ever think that Kashmir was never a part of India. Do you believe Kashmir was never a part of India? Kashmir was the very heart of India. Shankaracharya ji also went there. Sarvagnya Peeth was there. He ascended that Sarvagnya Peeth, the omniscient throne of knowledge in Kashmir. And behind Kashyap Rishi it is named. Mir is an Islamic word. Behind another Sufi fakir they have named it. So then Kashmir. So this land is our land. And today, just because by infiltration and by all kinds of this genocides that they have done there, and the kind of the Hindus have been sent away from there, because there is a majority of the other faith there, does it mean that the Kashmir was not a part of Bharat? And if they don't want to be a part of Bharat, is that a valid thing? Can we say that if they don't want to be a part of Bharat, who are we to force them? That's what they say this. That's why I'm saying. Your land, your home ka land, if they don't want to be a part of you, they have encroached on your land, now you want to reclaim it. If they don't want to be a part of it, will you say it's okay, we have to go by their will? Come on man, think. What kind of narratives people set And we think, I am a very free-spirited thinker. I believe in this rational, secular logic. If people don't really want, I believe in humanity, If people don't want to be a part of this, who are we to force them?